Hello, this is Jacqueline. How are you this evening? I am going to be working on a paper shelter image. Here she is. I just think she's so adorable. And I am trying to bring up a device so I can read your comments because I didn't have anything. I didn't bring it down. Hi, Gail. So I'm doing this image from paper shelter snowball fight. It's called snowball fight. I think she's adorable. I think that site is amazing. I'm so glad Dawn did a live on it because I was able to see such cool, hi Sharon, such cool images. So cute. So I'm really pleased. And this is the paper I'm going to use, which came with the image. This paper came with the image. I have to cut it down just a little bit to fit on my card. But I just think that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. So really with these images, you don't have to do a lot. So I hope that you can see. I'm going to move my cord out of my way. How are you tonight, Sharon? So I was going to show a couple of things before I got started. And this will be quicker tonight because it's the paper, you know, is already, I mean, it's just so gorgeous. You don't want to do a lot with it. Anyway, so this is the card I made for my DT challenge. You know, I'm on the DT team for a little bit of time to craft. So this is the one I made, and it's for the digital background paper. So it has hearts and all. It's so pretty. But I was going to tell you, you could, hi Dawn, if you enter their challenge, they have a challenge twice a month. You can win several pieces of, or images of the digital paper. And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. So you guys might want to start entering on that challenge, something that you've made, because you might win the paper. The link is on my page. And she's just got, oh my gosh, she's sort of like how Sherry Baldy has thousands of images. This Lozzie has thousands of digital papers. It's just amazing. So that's something you guys might want to enter. Sharon gave me those flowers, so I use those flowers. And then I did that progressive challenge on Scrapper's Delight. And this is actually the background paper is from this paper shelter site from another image that I had gotten. And this image you can get free from Scrapper's Delight. And the thing is, you have to enter, and then if you do, then the next month you can get an image free, and they're trying to get 30 people to enter. So that might be a challenge that you might be interested in too. So Scrapper's Delight, and then a little bit more time to craft. So just thought I'd share that because, you know, we all like free things, and it's fun to enter challenges. So tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to be using both my Copics and my Spectrum Noirs because this paper, I love this color, so my Spectrum Noirs match that better than the Copic selection I had. So I'm going to get started. So I'm going to use my trusted Copic colors for her face, and I'm starting with my lightest color just to lay down and, you know, so that she takes color well. So I'm using the E000 on her face. I do think that these images, they're just sweet. Oh my gosh. I love images that have the you know, like great facial expressions. So I'm using E13 around her hair. And this is a color that I often use when I do the faces. You know, everybody has ones that they like. And this is kind of what I like. Oh, I hear somebody not very happy upstairs. Hi, Kim. How are you? Have you joined us before? If not, welcome, welcome. There's several of us that do lives. This is the E11, and we're happy to have people join in. And now I'm doing the E00, which this is the one I really need to get filled. So I'm just pulling the color down. I think because I'm a little bit more tanned, I like a tanned face, even though it's winter for this young lady. Did you hear our well kick on just then? That big thud. Oh my. Oh, and Victoria. Oh, I put a piece of washi tape so that the image doesn't get stolen. So someone doesn't like freeze the video, the frame, and steal the image. So I put a piece of washi tape on as we're coloring. And I say we because we're all doing it now. And try to protect the artist, because really, you know, you don't want their images stolen. So I'm going back in with the E00 to kind of soften the cheeks a little bit and the center of her face. And I'm pushing up towards the color to kind of keep the shadow. And when you do the face first, it does make the image look a little harsh at first. And then I'll go back in the end and I will do her eyes. And so I'm using, now those are my Copics. So this is my Spectrum Noir, and I'm using the PP5 just to do her lips. I'm going to be using this color as I color, so. And then when I do her eyes, well, I might as well go ahead and do her eyes right now. So I'm just using, I like to use a jelly pen when I do the eyes, but you have to get them started. They don't just flow real nice. These were from Walmart, and I don't know if it's because mine are a little cheaper. So I'm just going around the edge here to give her some blue eyes. I made this image a little small, I think. I did 3.5, I think. And maybe I should have done her at 4. So I'm going to go in and there we go. I don't think the blue shows real well on this side. Let me go back in again. Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating, so I'm not reading your... There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do her hair now. And these are just... I like this brand better. This Jelly Roll brand. But I got a big set of jelly pens from Walmart that look like this. But I like this brand. But I don't live in a big city, so it's hard for me to, you know, get them. Oh yeah, Victoria, yeah, we're just trying to protect the artists. Oh, and you know what? We all love doing live, so we're so glad that you are joining us. And I don't know if you heard about the 2 challenges that you could join. There's on Scrapper's Delight, they have a challenge, and you can, if you enter it, you can have an image for free, this image here, and they'll send it to you for free. And then this one is for a little bit more time to craft challenge. And if you win, you get to pick several digi papers. So, and the links are on my page. It might be something you're interested in doing for fun. I like to enter the challenges for a chance to win. Who doesn't? All right. So now, because see, I'm trying to do colors to kind of match up with this paper, but I still want her to stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and do her jumper right now. And so I am using my Spectrum Noirs. I'm using the FS9. I'm kind of using a combination because I just buy so many Copics a month, and I didn't have the colors I wanted with my Copics. And so I had more of a choice with my Spectrum Noirs. So that's why I'm kind of using it both. And also it shows you don't have to just stick with one kind of marker. All alcohol markers really work well together, so you don't have to just, you know, use what you have. So this is FS9, and I am using FS7 as my medium tone. I'm actually going to lay off buying anything for a little bit because the holidays are coming, you know, and so I'm not going to buy any more markers for a little while. And I have enough, you know, to do what I want. As I'm on the 3-year plan. This is FS6. I'll eventually have a full set within, you know, my 3-year plan. So I'm just going in the middle, and I am going to do this twice. I think it gives a more finished look when you do things twice. And if you don't have, where you have one to use as a highlight, a shadow, and a mid-tone, you can always just do more layers with whatever you have to make it darker. Because really that's what you're doing, you're layering. And I do that often. And then I'm just going to pull this out. And I know it's not, you know, I don't want it to be matchy match. I just thought that this would look, kind of stand out more with that center, was my idea. Yep. And I like these illustrators because they have the brush marker, just very similar to the Copics. I don't know if you've ever compared them. This is the one for the Spectrum, the illustrators from Spectrum Noir, and see, this is the Copic. So they're actually quite similar in size. So I'm you know, they're a nice alternative, a little bit cheaper, and they're refillable too. Okay, so this is her sweater, and for her hat, I'm actually using the same colors on her hat. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape now because, you know, I don't want it to melt on there. And I'm just going to put it over here. And I'm sorry if I'm missing any messages. I don't even see, can't see very many. You know, I love doing the lives and following along with other people's lives and watching. So I'm using AB3 and AB2 and AB1. And these are, they're all Spectrum Noirs, but these are the illustrators. They're their newer ones. And these are what they're calling classiques now. This is the original set. And I've had this set for years and years. I can't even tell you how many years I've had that set, but for a long time. All right, so I am doing her little, this is her little undershirt under her sweater. And so I'm just going in where I think there should be a little bit of shadow. So I'm just going in very gently. Hi Victoria, how are you tonight? Now I'm doing the AB2. I love that name, Victoria. I always thought that was a pretty name. And see, the AB2 is almost the same shade as the AB3. And so I'm going in with my AB1. And I'm just going to pull this, pull it a little bit. And I actually like this other end better, the brush marker end. Just kind of pulling it. There we go. And then I did actually this fur. I also did it in this kind of greenish color, turquoisey, teal. I don't know what you call it, but I'm trying to, you know, have it complement this paper here. So that's what I'm trying for. Yeah, I love watching the lives. I love watching our little group, and then there's other people that I watch. You know, it's kind of fun, kind of my social life, I think. I had to take the baby to get her little flu shot, so she's a little bit moody right now. And little babies, they have to have two. They have to have them 30 days apart to build up their immunity. So she's a little bit not too happy at the moment. Okay, so that is her the sleeves, and so then I use those same colors in her pants. I don't know if they're really pants because see, she's got this little skirt over the top. Leggings, maybe, her leggings. So I'm gonna go in with my AB3. Thank you, Sharon. You are like my best supporter all the time. Now this is a quicker card because I didn't print her up as big as I probably should have done. I think I would have liked her a little bit bigger, but I wanted her to fit well on this paper. And I'm going to play around and work on her again and see how big I could get her to still fit in the center here of this paper. Because I do like my images just a little bit bigger. And that is the beauty of digi images, is that you can really do them whatever size you want. I mean, I do love that. Okay. And then I'm going to go with my AB1 and pull this through. Yes, pull it through a little bit. Starting to warm back up here a little bit because we had an Arctic blast this week and it was cold. So is it warming back up where everybody else is at? I hate being cold. Some people love the snow. Not me. We really get more ice than snow. So I'm just going back around again and back around. I always think the images, they look so much better once you get them completed. It pulls it all together. As you're coloring, I don't think they always look the best. All right, so now I did go in and do her skirt a little bit more shocking color. Oh, and I didn't, well, I'll go back and do her hair in a minute. So I did her skirt a little bit more shocking because I wanted her to show up on the paper. I didn't want her to be so matchy-matched that she didn't show up. So, yeah, and I'm not seeing any comments. Hope you guys are chatting among yourselves a little bit. Is anybody, I have not, but has anybody started decorating for, this is PP6. Has anybody started decorating for Christmas yet? I mean, it's not something I typically do this early, but my neighbors they compete. And they're already got strings of lights up, and their yards are all lit up and everything, which I just find so amazing that they're that organized, that they do it this time of year. So that was the PP6, and I'm going to go in with my, I'm actually going to go with my lighter color. Let's see, my PP4 right here, and pull this down a bit, kind of pull it down. And up just a little bit, and up. Because I made her small, I don't have a lot of room in here to work. And now I'm going to go with my PP2. And like this. Like so. Like so. And pull it up. See how it's darkening it now. Now that the paper's getting a little bit wet, it is darkening it a little bit. And this is sweet cinnamon paper, which I do love. Oh, you've decorated with boxes and stuff because you're moving. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. We are not moving, but we are going to narrow. You know, we had actually just moved into this house, and some things are still in boxes, so we are going to narrow down this year. We're going to go through things and narrow down a bit because we just have too much stuff. My husband and I have been married 11 years, so he had things. I had a house full of things. He had a house full of things. Then we bought the house his parents had lived in, and of course they had passed away. So we have all their things, and so we are going to narrow because we have way too many things, and things that are of no use to us, really, and that, you know, would be of use to somebody else. So we're going to spend a year doing that. Before we got all these children, we were narrowing, and I had it almost all narrowed down and was feeling pretty good. And then when you get all, you know, a lot of children, then you start getting a lot of things again. So this is the PP6. So I'm keeping it in the same family of colors here. Okay, now I'm going to do the socks. And I actually I'm going to use this PP1, and I'm going to go in right in here, right here, and then let's see, I just made them kind of striped. So then I'm going to go with my PP4. See, she's coming together pretty quickly. And I'm going to, let's see. I feel like we're missing a stripe. Oh, right in here. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little touch. This was my PP4. And I'm going to take the PP5 and kind of go right in here on the side. Because I did want to make it look a little rounded. Just a little bit. Anyway, so my goal, Gail, is to narrow down just a little bit. Because one day, we don't know when, but one day, we'd like to move south too. And don't want to make it too hard whenever we do move. I teach, so during the summer is when I can look for a job. I can't really look during the school year because I'm under contract. But one day, maybe we'll be neighbors. Who knows? Wouldn't that be great? See, I love these colors. I know this looks a little shocking. Joshua is driving us crazy to put up the tree, but I'm going to stave him off until after Thanksgiving. You know, I used to always wait till December. Actually, in my family, we didn't do it until Christmas Eve. And then for myself, with my children, I started doing it in December, like December the 1st. But now that we have little children again, now I do it on Thanksgiving. Like after we eat, after we're completely done eating, then I get my tree out and make it like a party, make it fun. So, you know, I guess we get more excited. This is the golden brown blend, and this is a tri-blend, one of the tri-blend markers. And I just have, well, now I have 3 of them. I had 2 because I had picked up at Tuesday morning, 2 of them, and then I got sent one with an order I got sent one to try, so now I have 3. So it's kind of nice, and they all work. So anyway, I will be putting up our tree probably after Thanksgiving. Yeah, see, we used to do it Christmas Eve. We didn't do it sooner than that when I was growing up, and we only kept the tree up for 12 days. And my dad, who's my hero, would always make a foil star out of cardboard and foil to put on top of the tree. He did that every year with us. I used to always treasure that, though, you know. Well, I just used to treasure our Christmases. I was saying, I watched This Is Us last night, and I sitting and crying. I always sit and cry when I watch that show. And I said, oh, I love this show. And my husband said, yeah, I can see that. But I was telling Gail, it like always touches the hurt places in my heart. It's like there's certain things that happen in that show that I think all of us can relate to. And every week I just sit there and cry. Maybe I need a good cry once in a while. I don't know. What I'm trying to do is give her shoes a little bit of dimension by making them a little bit rounded. So I'm trying to shade, but I'm talking, so I'm not paying attention like I should. So I'm going back around again where you think that her shoe would be a little bit darker. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to take the medium. So these are GB3, GB5, and GB7, I believe. Oh, GB1. So GB1, GB3, and GB5. And so I'm using a little bit of the middle. Just going to pull it out because like I said, I was talking a bit. Kind of pull that color out. Give it some little bit of rounded depth. And then I always make my soles darker. So there we go. And now I am going to do her hair. And the snowball is easy. I use a gray, and I just do a little bit, just kind of around the edges. I don't do a lot, just to kind of see, kind of give it the illusion of being a little rounded. You can use blue as well. You don't have to use gray. Some people like using blue, a soft blue, a pale blue, and it looks pretty. If I had snow on the ground, a lot of snow on the ground, I would do a blue, because I think it's prettier. I think it's softer. I like it a little better. Okay, so I'm going to do her hair. So I'm going to go back to my Copics, and I'm going to do her hair a little lighter than I normally do. And so I am using E31, and this is the original Copic, whereas this is the Sketch. That's what most people use, and this is the Chow. So see, here's the 3 kinds that there are. Hi Stephanie, how are you? I was just showing the 3 kinds of, and there's also a big Copic too that people use that make posters, but just kind of showing the types of Copics there are. And I am going to go in, because she really doesn't have a lot of hair showing. Make sure I'm still in frame. I'm going in with my lighter color on her this time around. Sometimes I go in with my darker color. Oh, I see I didn't do her ear. Just kind of depends what I'm doing. And I don't have, like I said, a lot of space to work, because I didn't print her as big as I would like to have printed her. So I'm just following her hair, and she does have, see, she has actually a nice hairline. You know, she's got a lot of you know, like wispy hair showing and all, so she does have lines to follow. So that's what I'm trying to do, is just kind of flick. So I'm just kind of flicking. You can kind of hear it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Our well just went off, so it should be where you can hear things a little bit better. I think my husband's upstairs doing the dishes. Okay, and so I'm going to go in now with E25, and that was E31. And I'm going to add some dark pieces. Just kind of pulling it through. Just kind of flicking. She does, like I said, she doesn't have a lot of hair to work with, because her hat's kind of the main focal point. I'm just kind of flicking. And I'm doing her hair lighter than I normally do, so I'm not, I'm using the E13. I didn't want her to be quite as dark as I normally do. So I'm just going to pull it through. Sorry, I get kind of quiet when I'm concentrating, because if I talk about too many things, I'll mess up. Okay, so just pulling it through. I did go buy pillows to put on my couch. I went and bought 3 really cute Christmassy pillows. At our hospital, they had the most fantastic gift store, but they had pillows, and they were like $40 a piece. I was like, oh, I can't, that's too much. So I went over to Big Lots and found very similar for $10 a piece. And so I bought 3 of them, but I'm not going to put them out until Thanksgiving. And then I got a shower curtain with a nice Santa Claus on it, stuff to make the kids happy, and a rug, just things to kind of make it cheery. There we go. So there's her hair. See, she's coming together now. And then I am going to do her hat. And with her hat, I actually did the flower in the middle. I did it with the same colors. Stephanie has been doing some beautiful cards. I just have loved them. If anybody is following along, I've seen some lovely, I love the embellishments that you use. I just think they're so cute. PP2. I love the one you did today that you posted, where you said you had some present dies, but you couldn't wait for them. I thought that was cute. You have a good eye for assembling your cards. I just think they're so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do her hat like her jumper here. And so I'm going to use my FF9. And then we'll assemble her. See, she really... This is a quicker live, sorry. Because there's... she's not as big as she could have been, I guess. But we'll assemble a pretty card with her. And then I'll take your suggestions on something. I was trying to decide whether to do it or not. So that's FS9. And now I'm using the FS6. It's not the... This is all in the same family as the jumper, but a little bit darker on the hat. And then I'm using the... Let me find my other one. So that was FF6, FS9, FS7... Kind of talking to myself, sorry. So I'm going to pull this out a little bit. And I go over it a couple of times. I hope my head's not in the camera. And I'm here with this. Okay. If you guys are working on things, you could post them on my page. I love to see what everybody's working on. Everybody is like so talented. I love everything that people work on. All right, so there's her hat. I just think she's so cute. And now we're going to assemble the card. So let me move the markers out of my way. I love brown eyes. I usually do brown eyes. They're my favorite. But I wanted blue so that she stood out a little bit. So I'm going to move these markers out of my way. So we have room to work. Because I have to cut my paper down. Now, I do like to use a little sparkle here. See right here? I do like to do that. So I've actually already cut this image out on my Scan and Cut. So I'm going to go in and add a little sparkle on this other one. All right. I just think she's so cute. So cute. All right. So we're going to assemble the card. I'm going to move her off to the side. I'm not all fancy with my cutting like Dawn. Oh my gosh, she amazes me when she cuts. And actually Gail amazed me the other night when she cut out a center. I thought I'm going to have to practice. I don't know if I can do it like you guys do it. Like she brought this like to here and cut, and then she flipped her paper so she still had a nice border. I'm going to have to try that. I don't know if my cutter will do it or not. Because mine is, it is a Fiskars, but it's not, there's different ones. And this is not, you know, I don't think it's quite as nice as the one that Dawn has. Because she can measure by the eighths, and this one is really useless for me to do that. But I've had it for years and I love it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I absolutely love it. Okay, so here is my base, and I do think it's just so pretty. Oh, you make them. You make your embellishments. I really love, some of your embellishments have just been adorable. The one you did with the pumpkin, when you did the, and I'm talking to Stephanie, when you did the Cuttlebug one, where you colored half of it to match the paper, I thought that was so cute. Oh my gosh, that was adorable. And I have quite a few of the Cuttlebug rubber stamps. I don't have any of the digi images, but I have the rubber stamps from Unity. But I'm a sales, you know, I only buy when there's a good sale. I love the Cuttlebugs. I won one time. We had to answer a question, and then Angela picked one of the answers, and I won. It was, and actually it was their first release of the Cuddlebugs, and I won that time. So I was sold at that point. All right, so here is my paper. I just think this paper is adorable. And I actually cheated. I already colored her and cut her out with my Scan and Cut. So you see, I've already cut her out because I wanted to pop her on here. And then I thought I would add, I have this that I thought I would add. I cut out some snowflakes on my Scan and Cut. I was going to experiment and try to make them shiny, but I ran out of time. And so, anyway, so this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to pop her up and assemble her. I love coloring. And then I love assembling. I love, I just think once you color your image, they just like come to life. I just love them. That's why I say I love seeing everybody's creations, because everybody does things differently, and I just love seeing it. I think anytime I see an image, I think, oh my gosh, that person is just so talented. So I admire everybody's work. All right, so I'm going to assemble. I'm going to get my scissors. See, tonight, I'm maybe Gail's rubbing off on me. I'm a little speedier tonight. If you ever watch Gail, she is amazing. But man, she knows what she's doing. She is quick. And everything is beautiful that she does. And then Dawn makes awesome, most beautiful cards. Awesome. She's awesome at coloring, and then she's so good at putting her card, you know, her layouts are just amazing. And then Sharon and Kevin, who Kevin's unofficially one of the live people, are so funny. They banter back and forth, and they're so funny. And actually, Sharon is very talented. She's on several design teams and has been on teams often for many years. There we go. So we're popping her up, and I don't know. Should I pop that up or have that down? See, I thought I would have this here. So I kind of like her popped up. What do you think? Pop her up or leave it down? I'm the first person to answer. I'm going to go with it. So pop up or leave it down, or have it flat. So pop up or flat. What do you think? I think there's a big delay, so I'm not getting any answers. Okay. No answers. No answers. I hope I'm still on. All right. Let me just go around. I'll lay it flat. Flat. Okay. Victoria. Oh, and Gail too. Yeah, I kind of thought flat also. Okay, so I'm going to do it flat. There we go. You know what I have done is I had cut out some frames. Like I used the inside, and then I kept these outside pieces. And then you can use them for frames. I have another one that's really cute that I thought, oh, and it's a really pretty peppermint, like peppermint red. So I am going to use those on these holiday cards. Okay, so I didn't know whether to use these snowflakes that I did or if they're too big. So, see, this is what I was thinking. Now this I will pop up. I thought I would pop up this part and then have that part flat. So what do you guys think? Should I use those snowflakes or are they too overwhelming? I'm not sure. I can't decide. And I did those on my Scan and Cut, which I love my Scan and Cut. But I'm rather a klutz in this room, and I spilled coffee all over my wall, and it kind of, I was so worried that it had gotten on my Scan and Cut, but it did not. Thank goodness. Okay. So you say use them. Okay, Victoria, I'm going to use them then. I really wish I would have made them sparkly though. What I was going to do is I have this chunky glitter that is called ice. And what I was thinking about doing was trying to put the embossing ink and then put this on top and melt it. That's what I was thinking that might work. I thought that might be kind of pretty. But I should have tried that because I know that it's kind of loud. So I thought I would do this kind of slanted like this, like so, but popped up on this end and flat over here like that. Yeah, I love my scan and cut. Oh my gosh, you can do so much with it. And then have this here like so. Yeah, I think this, I love this stuff. I used it to make snow on another image recently. And I just love it. And if you get it hot enough, I mean, it will melt. It just, pretty nice. There we go. What do you guys use to make snow? Actually, and it's even called shaved ice, but what do you guys use when you're wanting to make snow? Because I have a card I have to make that's supposed to have a snowy theme. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. Happy holidays. And I want a little bit of my green from my frame. Okay, so I'm going to, if you think like position like that. Okay. You use a snow maker. Is there a snow maker? I don't know. I've never heard of a snow maker. What is a snow maker? Are you teasing me? Is there something in the craft world called a snow maker? Oh, puff paint. I have to look and see if Simon Says Stamps has puff paint. So put that over there. And then I'll put this one over here. And I'm doing that design thing where you do 3. Because everybody says 3. I don't know if that's really... I mean, I know it's a thing. But I don't know if it really matters or not. And see, this is not in black. Because Sharon said black takes your eye away from the image. Alright, so there we go. So there's the card. So... I do think this paper shelter, you know, their background paper is worth it just to buy the image just to get their background paper. I think it's lovely. I love it. So there's my image. And I might go in and put some sparkly on her little hat as well, right here. So I hope you like her. Either glitter, puff paint, coloring, or embossing. Yeah, see, I need to practice more with some snow because this is the only thing I've used. And I love it. It's beautiful and it lasts forever. I've had this for quite some time now. But I just love it. But I didn't want to make loud noises on my live and disturb you guys. So anyway, here's my card. I think she's so cute. I thought about having, I have that stamp that I used on my other image where it says define. What does it say? Define. On this one, oh yeah, Dear Santa, define good. And I thought about putting that on there because I thought, oh, that's so cute, define good. But you know, wanted something different here. So anyway, add sparkle to the snowflakes. You know, I don't know if I have any. I could do that if I had some clear sparkle, but I don't have any clear sparkle. I know that's terrible. I don't think I have clear. I think this is gold. This Wink of Stella, I'm pretty sure is gold. Yeah, see, it's gold. I just don't have any, I don't have any clear sparkle other than I have this, but I don't know that that would show up. Let me Let me just see. This is really for watercoloring. See, I don't know. I could paint that on. I'll do that real quick before I let you guys go. I don't know if it'll work or not. Let me get my little brush. And we just experiment. Because you know me. I don't mind experimenting. So let me see if I could paint that on. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. So I'm painting it on. It does make it sparkly. Yeah. But I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So let me just, this is for watercolors. And you mix it in with your watercolor and it makes it sparkly. It's this Brie Reese. And I use it often when I'm watercoloring. So we just paint that on. But I don't think you guys can see it. But it does add quite a nice sparkle. Yeah. Of course, you know, a normal person would have done this before they put this on. And they would have let it dry. But, you know, at the end of every one of my lives, I seem to like to be adventuresome and do a little experimenting anyway. Like Dawn says, it's just paper. It's just paper. Except you don't really want to mess it up after you get all done with your image, do you? Okay, I'll hold it up to the camera, see if you guys can see it. Just put a little bit more on. You can get this to add to your watercolor, and you can get it in other colors. I have it in gold as well. And this, they actually make, actually, you know what? I put it on my snowball too. They actually make this, they make watercolor paints too, this brand. They're really nice. They're expensive. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that or not. But actually, and as it dries, it becomes more sparkly. But oh yeah, I like that. Ooh. Whoever said to add sparkle, thank you. I think that makes it. Oh wow. So there you go. I don't know if you guys can see it. But there you go. I think the eyes make these little images stand out. Yeah, this is Sharon, I love this stuff. I have their some watercolors. I don't have a lot from, because like I said, that's pretty expensive brand. But these are really good. This is a really good brand here. Brie Reese. Yeah, I love it. And I know people, I have this other stuff too that people are using right now that's real sparkly. But this is for watercolor. This is designed for watercolors. And this other stuff I have is, I can't think of the name of it, but it's really popular right now that people are using. And I got a little container of it. Anyway, so there's my card for this evening. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join again. And if you're new, please like my page. I'm trying to grow my page, and I'm going to give away a brand new stamp set when I reach 250. When I reach 500, I'm going to have an even better gift. But thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll see you guys on this week. I'm not going to do my Wednesday. I'm going to be doing it on Tuesday. I'm switching with Dawn from Dawn G Design. She's going to do Wednesday, and I'm going to do Tuesday. And I'm doing Tuesday at 7 p.m. I will see you later. Bye.